My name is Gavin Kades. I'm a musician from Canada. I really like poking at people and just getting them to feel things, whether it be love or passion for life. Also, I'm a transgender artist, so a lot of my lyrics reflect that in terms of how I express myself and my gender identity. And that's a big part of what I also want to get out there, is being able to make that more of a common thing and make it more okay.
You're a girl, boy, boy, girl, fingers clenched and uncurl, girl in boys' clothes, boy in girl skin, but within you're just you. Sex as unsexables do. Category all of our own call. Our body's the only home we ever knew. Through this fragile facade, find that we are made.
As a solo musician, I play mostly folk acoustic music. I take in stories, and the stories that I live and the stories of the people around me. And the way I express myself is just through music. I used to travel a lot. I travel a little bit less now in terms of, I also play with a band called Lost Boy Found. So we live in Vancouver, and that's where we're trying to build our fan base.
Don't know where I will land, but I'm taking a stand, taking a leap of faith. No need to hesitate.
Well, folk is all about storytelling. So when you look at the personal narrative, when you look at the lives that we live and how they kind of cross, it all just kind of comes out in music. And I can play the same song several times in different ways, and it just depends how I'm feeling is how it comes out. So. Some of the work I do back in Canada is I work with street youth and youth at risk, and I help them create their own personal narratives. So a lot of the work I do is social justice and anti-oppression, and I think parts of that I'm starting to bring into my music. I've played music for about 6 years now. During that time, most of my lyrics reflect personal life experiences, but as I've been doing this other work over the last year and a half, I start pulling in experiences from life and try and get into deeper issues, political stuff, oppression. A good friend of mine was playing the guitar, and I said, "Show me something." And she sat down, and she showed me how to play Oasis Wonderwall, and in that moment it just clicked, and I was like, this is what I need to do. The next week I went out, I bought a guitar, I started teaching myself, and I've been playing ever since.
You're the loudest I ever did, noted it, showing my grin. This sin is insatiable.
We had a bit of a microphone malfunction going on, but hopefully that'll be fixed shortly. Grabbing out. Yeah, new cable.
You sounded loud enough, so without it.
Alright, I can keep rocking that then.
Okay.
Hugely fulfilled by music. It's not a career at this point, like not something that brings in money, but it's just something I love. The first, I'd say 4 years were mostly just learning how to play and starting to write. And then it kind of shifted, and I started doing a lot of open mics and have done open mics for a long time, and it wasn't until the last year and a half, 2 years, that I really decided that I wanted to take music to the next step. And I started playing shows, both on my own and with my band, and spending a lot more time placing energy into making music and hoping that it'll get out there and become something more than just like what it is right now.
Draw on you for the wisdom to see me through. I will draw on you for the wisdom to see me through.
Events and ideas all go into my music. Like I said, it's a lot of lived experience. When I first started singing and playing music, I passed as female. So my voice was a much higher range. I felt really uncomfortable with it. I didn't feel really comfortable with myself. And then as I've been playing music, that's something that's really shifted for me, is how I'm able to present it. And so my lyrics sometimes speak about my personal experiences as feeling like a boy trapped inside a girl's body. And from that, it's really just been my transition, like my medical transition. I started taking hormone therapy about 8.5 months ago, and so all of a sudden my voice started changing, and that was a huge changing point in my life and in my music career too, because I was at this point that I was just struggling, and I was like, I don't know. If I start this, I might lose my voice entirely. I don't have a say. I don't know what's going to happen. But I also know that if I don't start this, then I'll feel like there's a part of myself missing, and I couldn't do that. So I started hormone therapy, and my voice started changing. And myself and my band got into this studio and did a demo, kind of 5-song EP. In which case, it's right near the beginning of my voice starting to change. So it's really interesting, and every day is kind of a struggle with trying to fight with my voice and my songs, and changing some of the older songs so that I can sing them now still. And music is something that I hope to be a lifelong journey.
Got those pretty eyes, a smile that sounds like bells jingling along. When you look at me, you know my whole heart swells. My whole heart swells.
The style has been changing, but not because my voice is changing. The style is changing because I'm changing, and I want to learn more. So when I play with a band, sometimes it's more like punk rock, alternative. It's got a bit more of a dance feel to it, to get people up and moving. When I play by myself, it really depends on my mood. So once again, the music changes, but it's really just to do with where I'm feeling in the moment.
What happened to the common good? What happened to the common goal? Wake up from this dream we'll live in, we're all going it alone. I am falling to my knees, begging please, don't you go.
I started 8.5 months ago, and it's still happening. It's something that's going to continue to happen for my whole life. So where my voice is right now, it might still change. Some days I wake up and I'm just fuck my life. My voice is not liking me today. But I find that when I sing every day, that it becomes easier. And so the voice, even though it's changing, it's something that I just have to keep working on. And so long as I keep working on it, I think it'll be okay. Something really interesting, I came across a really bad copy of a recording of a song I did 2 years ago. And my voice was way up here. I can't even do it anymore because it's way up here. And I was listening to it, I was like, oh man, I forgot about this song. And I started singing it on top of the old version. I hit the record button. So I have this version of a song with my voice now and my voice then. And it sounds like two completely different people singing the same song on top of each other. And it's funny because I'll send it to people and they'll be like, oh, who's the other person singing with you? I'm like, it's me, singing with me. People are always like, what? That makes no sense. And I'm just like, yeah, it's really cool. And so I was thinking of trying to find the older recordings that I have and try and do more of that stuff where it's I can put the two together and have both voices.